Spotify has been in India for 5 years now. Um, Quickly tell me about some of the highlights of that journey. What are some of the opportunities that you see also now, but how it's been previously, and also some of the challenges of cracking the India market. Walk me through the 5-year journey.
No, I think the last 5 years, I think it's been a breeze. Spotify has worldwide been, about 16 years. India is just 5 years, so we're still very young in the market. We have actually focused on the localization piece because Spotify is a global company with 184 countries. We are in about 600 million plus listeners around the world. But focusing on the local market, taking India and going deeply into India has been one of the strengths that where we focused, from product localization to curation of content to launching localized programs around for artists, for creators, for even focusing on regionalization of the music. I think that's been various aspects. The Indian popular music, which is I-pop, which is coming up in a big way now, where artists from India are succeeding, not only in within and abroad. It's like the Punjabi music and so many of them. So there we have launched programs like Radar India, Fresh Finds, and we've done master classes around the country to bring more and more artists to get insights around how best they can, bring their music onto Spotify. We will also launch many creator programs, for these artists, and also in the podcast space where we do help creators come in and utilize Spotify to reach out to listeners around the country. So in that, I think, but on the other side of it, we believe that the habits of listening to music was, though I think music has been, people have been listening to music for many, many years digitally, but the real habit of listening to music and recommendations and creating playlist, it all started happening in the last 4 or 5 years. And there, I believe that the 600, plus playlists that our team has been curating, and some of these playlists are really the flagship playlists of the country today. And we have made this in various languages. If you go to Tamil, there is a playlist there. If you look at Telugu, and so on and so on. So we focus in different languages. We also created brand awareness in different regions, because Spotify, India is a large country. I think people say it's a continent, but I think it's everybody wants love their own language. So focusing on local music in different parts of the country, focusing on creating the awareness for how a streaming music should be, has been one of the big focus for us, and we're really proud. When we came in, people were not used to pay for music. I think it is lost mostly about free people listening for free. There also, we have brought a big change. And today, the propensity to pay, or the willingness to pay, is actually gone up. And we are many millions of people in India are now looking to pay for music, which is a huge positive shift.
The shift from free music to now paying for music, but I'll come to that point. But Neha, let me just quickly take from you also in terms of the 5 years, the past 5 years, if you could give me like the top 3 highlights. You've been with the brand since it started up, and it was a startup in India 5 years ago, and you were the 4th employee there. So tell me, just give me like the top 3, moments for Spotify. Like, wrap it up for us.
When we launched in the country, we were the 8th music streaming app, right? So we were pretty late to the party.
Yes.
And now looking back, I think pretty proudly we can say that we are now the market leaders when it comes to consumption. We are, the most loved brand, when it comes to music streaming among youth. So it's been a really good journey. A few things have worked for us.
Regionalization aspect, for instance.
100%. I think we definitely acknowledge that it's not going to be one size fits all, and music is consumed in many languages. So obviously, when you're talking about music, it cannot be in one language, right? So we did acknowledge that. I think also too, when it comes to marketers, there's always a seduction of how can I be different? And when there are already, so many brands, there is this, how can I stand out? I think we didn't give into that. We focused a little bit more on relevance than differentiation. So it was, the importance was on how can I be relevant to the consumer. It was really about playing back the life of the user on screen, or through our creative assets, through our communication, so that the user feels, hey, that's me, I relate to that. A little bit of that is what I think worked for us, but also very importantly, we played to the category code. It was not about Spotify has this or this feature, it was about what music does to you, and music is a grease.